What's up, gamers? Welcome to a new episode of Last Cloudia. That's right, we finally got some new content, and I gotta be honest, it was kind of nice to have a little bit of a break from the grind and constantly pushing for new events and pushing for, having to spend a bunch of gems on a new character and a new arc and all that stuff. We got a little bit of a break about a week ago, with the whole ice thing that we're doing with the getting Celios and Sevilla again. So I thought that was kind of a nice little break, a time to kind of save up resources. Really, really necessary, I believe. We do have a little bit of housekeeping to do. Something I kind of want to talk about because I've noticed it an issue. I'm going to say online and even on other people's mobile channels. So I'll kind of go over what I'm talking about. It's in regard to the event. Now, this does not affect me personally, but it does affect a lot of other players. So I figured it's a good idea to bring it up just to kind of give you guys a voice. So what I'm talking about, we had an event, and it's just like this one. It was with the Yoda character, and you had to basically get points, and you can get ranking to get some rewards. So I found out through multiple means that a lot of people were not able to get ranking for various reasons. One of the most well known reasons is people who are running the game on an emulator are not able to get ranking. And the assumption is, and I don't know for sure, but I'm just going to pretend I'm the developer and say why I think they're doing this. So the reason I think they're doing this is because it's assumed that anyone playing on an emulator is cheating, basically. You know, it's an easy way to set up macros and all kinds of random stuff to basically cheat and whatnot. Now, personally, I have friends who actually play gotcha games on emulators, mainly because not all mobile games have a PC client, which means not everybody can play on a computer. And not everybody wants to play on a phone or a tablet. Now, me personally, I use a tablet. Like all of my gaming, as far as like mobile games are concerned, are all done on a Samsung Galaxy tablet. And I used to do all my recording and gaming on a Samsung Galaxy phone when I first started my channel back in 2016. So I've been fortunate enough to be able to actually play with the game, no emulator. All I need is just like software for recording, the game itself, and then like rotation control if I want to, keep the game in landscape mode. And then I use a headset for, better sound. And that's pretty much it. But there are other people out there, and Mobile Gamers Unite is one of them, who actually have to record on an emulator. And it's a problem because he's not able to get ranking, just like other people I know are not able to get ranking. And there are other reasons too. Like it's not just people on emulators. I think there are other things that are being done as well that are keeping people from getting ranking. But there's a way, I'm sure. 'Cause I know what the devs are doing. They're trying to prevent cheating, and I get that. What sucks about it is you're also cheating the honest players, the players that actually enjoy your game and have a preference to be on PC. So there's got to be a workaround. And one of the things you can do is either have a bot that can detect irregular patterns. I know it might cost money, but a lot of us spend money on your game. So, it's just something to consider in the future. Something that won't punish people who have to play by other means, as long as they're not cheating. And with the AI, you could basically set something up that can notice patterns that are irregular. If let's say, for example, we're in day one right now. I'm currently ranked 222 with about 31,000 points. If there's someone ranked number one with 1,000,000 points on day one at this hour, there's obviously something going wrong. There are ways to detect cheating, right? I'm sure that there is like some math that can be done that can say this is the maximum amount of points someone should ideally be able to get, give or take, however many thousand or whatever. And if you see those kind of numbers right there, look into those specific accounts, like have someone physically go in, like flag it or something. Have someone go check it out, and then if something's messed up, then get rid of them. Like I feel that because I mean, like I said, I don't like the fact that there are people who do actually cheat on these games. I've seen it before in other mobile games, so it is a problem. but I still don't think other people need to be punished for it. So there's a workaround. We have technology is at the point right now to where you can do all types of things. And this is like the bottom barrel of things that should be doable. So, like I say, it doesn't affect me personally because I can still do all of this. But I'm more or less being a voice for those who have to play by other means, like a defibrillator or whatever the case may be, who can't get the benefits of getting like the top 1,000 and getting all the mother souls and all of the stuff, because these are other players who spend money or just take the time to play your game, You got to find a workaround, So I don't know if in this particular event, if they're still banning people on emulator or if it's going to be like a case by case basis. But yeah, I think maybe you need to get someone on your team to kind of look into that and just try to only punish those that are obviously cheating is the best way to look at it. You know what I mean? You know, so like I said, I'm sure there are better ways to figure it out that I'm telling you because I'm not like 100% all like up in technology. Like I don't know everything either, but I know for sure that there's a way. I'll put it to you that way. So I just kind of wanted to say that just to kind of give you guys a voice. So there you have it. And also, if you're having any issue with the hard mode with the Guardian battle, it can be tough. I'll be honest. My recommendation is you need to have a debuffer and someone with good thunder damage. So Thunderbolt Sevia, definitely good choice. And of course, the character that we're going to talk about today is the absolute best choice. Now, if you're looking to do the whole like no attribute attack thing with Randy and Bayland, not going to be as effective, unfortunately. He has some kind of resistance to neutral damage, it seems. So you'll deal damage, but it won't be that great. You're looking for someone with some thunder damage. Even Kohaku is good. I use Kohaku because her special is a thunder-based thing that can deal, a lot of damage. So you need certain people like that and some debuffers like, maybe Senku, Tinkili, Logia, whoever you have of those three. Definitely at least one of those needs to go in your party and then just go to town. You know what I mean? Get a breaker too, like one or two. Like, have at least two characters with breaker, and you'll be set. As long as you got them built properly. So something to think about if you're having trouble with the Guardian. Because honestly, for me, I think the Guardian fight is more challenging than the extra challenge at level 100. Believe it or not. Now I haven't done the what you call the NM difficulty nightmare, I guess. I'm about to try it to see if I can beat it, but the other one is actually not as difficult as it looks. So I just kind of wanted to let you guys know that, kind of like your cool little tip of the day. All right, so let's go ahead and do what you're actually here for. Talk about the actual character and arc. I'm actually a little bit happy to talk about this. So this is actually some stuff that I think is really cool. So let's check out the gotcha here. Now, we're going to do the multiple different today. I'm actually just going to do the 1,000 paid gem step up gotcha. Just one, though. I'm not going to do both. So, we'll do that as soon as we're done kind of talking about it. But let's take a look at the recommended. And yes, Guardian Angel Lukiel. So, the original one I've had forever. I think that was one of the first of the non. Actually, this is the second, I think, of the non-base characters that I actually got in the game, but I never used her. So I don't know, I just wasn't feeling her for whatever reason. But this one, fantastic from what I can see so far. So let's take a look at the stats. So the shift version of Lukiel, it has 1,010 strength, very good, with 1157 intelligence, really good. So this is going to be a hybrid damage dealer, being that this person is going to be good on physical and magical offense. It's fantastic. And then 3,800 HP is pretty good. Decent MP as well at 224. Mine's pretty high, 954. So if you're going to be giving people life, you want to have a high mind. As a matter of fact, another good tip to know too, the higher your magic defense is, the higher your healing is going to be. So your Proud Force is going to give you more healing, and certain skills and stuff will give you more healing. So having a high mind is really good. And her being at 954 base at max level is pretty strong. So really, really good. And trust me, she heals, so it's going to be good. Looking at the actual resistance, she's nullified with I forgot what it's called, but it's the one that keeps you from being able to do skills. So being that she's not affected by that is really good. A curse, there you go. So curse nil, really good to have. Looking at her skills, it's all thunder base attacks, which is fantastic. The second one, the S2 Graceful Mind, is also a thunder combo attack, and it heals ally HP and range. So basically, anyone I guess that's around, boom, gets a little bit of a healing. And it looks like the third skill also is a thunder based attack, really really good. And then the special is it has a time stop ability, and what it does is basically you have the ability to do whatever you want with the exception of using magic. So you basically stop time, you deal a bunch of physical damage, you spam a bunch of skills, whatever you got, and then once time runs out, then you're just back to normal. It's an interesting skill, very, very interesting. The first skill based thing to have time stop, I think that's very flavorful. I like that flavor. So this is a really interesting character already. And if you look at the traits, you got Avenged Angel. When special activates, your strength and intelligence goes up by 50% and skill damage plus 50%. So this is specifically with her special. Now keep in mind that this is a time stop for this particular unit only, I believe. It says time stops, but unit can act, and then it says boost an SAT while active. So I'm not sure if time stops for everyone except this character, or can your whole team attack. But I think it's just this character. I could be wrong. I mean, someone would have to have the character and test it to find out. I obviously don't have her yet, but really, really interesting abilities. And her other trait, the Holy Thunder Executor, is the Thunder Attack Power plus 25%, Thunder Attack Damage Cap plus 2K. So yeah, she's gonna be breaking that damage limit once you get all of your support stuff, your intelligence up or strength up, however you decide to build her up. It's gonna be really really interesting. So let's take a look at her actual skills that she learns through the ability tree. So obviously has a really good healing, God Heal, which is probably the best healing spell in the game because it time stops. One of the few spells that actually time stops anymore. Stardust Heal is pretty decent too, as it does everybody. She even has Resurrection, which is really, really awesome. She has Thunder Gaze and Valzerizer, which is your typical tier, mid and top tier thunder spell. But then she has something called Ex Radia. Now, when I first saw this, I thought it said Exodia. I was like, oh no. But no. It's basically the above top tier thunder type spell, which I think no one else has. This is specifically unique to her, as my understanding. I may be wrong. Of course, you have your magic circles. In her passives, she has Magic of 4, which absolutely needs that. Brute Slayer, which is interesting. So physical attacks are effective against beasts, plants, insects, birds, fish, and creatures. So I like that. Anytime that you can attach a Slayer against multiple types, that's fantastic. Now, keep in mind, this also is against Beast as well. So, the whole Beast Alliance thing, you'll be all right against that. So, that's really cool. She has Thunder Boost, she has Thunder High Boost, she has Thunder Mega Boost, which is a new one actually. So, Thunder Mega Boost is Thunder Magic Damage up 30%. Thunder Magic Damage Cap is 2K. That's crazy. It's only for that particular spell, but that's crazy. So you're gonna be dealing a ton of damage with this. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm saying that skill. For all of your thunder magic spells, you're gonna be getting that. So yeah, your Val's Rise, your the new one, all of that's gonna be like plus 30% with that damage cap increased. Also Thunder Critical, so Thunder Magic attacks have a chance of dealing critical damage. So that's all fantastic. But on top of all of these magic thunder boosts, you have Thunder Attack Raise. You have Thunder Critical Raise. This is the one that does critical rate 5% with critical power 50%. Fan freaking tastic. And a lot of these skills, I'm telling you, can add up. They're like 7 or 4 apiece, depending on which ones they are. Some are a little bit higher. Like the attack raises, yeah, they're about 7-ish, I think. But it's still pretty good. Archangel's Blessing, that's an expensive one too that you're getting for free. Goddess Kiss, I think is like worth 11 or something. Fantastic. And then Megalon, which is not something I really ever use on anyone. Its damage dealt is proportionate to the distance of long range attacks. So basically, you're going to be keeping her back. You'll probably give her either a staff, a bow, whatever. Depends on how you're building her. And the further she's away, the more damage she's going to deal. So that's pretty interesting too. I think that's a cool little thing. High level magic chat, obviously. Blessed speed. I mean, always being able to be faster is good. Not that she needs it, but that's awesome. Staff high boost. Why not? And quick trigger, pretty good. Gospel of Vitality. Now, this is another new one for her. At battle start, give unit an auto revive buff. That's right. Auto life. Built into the character. That's awesome. That changes the game right there. Gospel of the Ramparts, physical damage taken minus 20%. Straight up. We're not talking about a certain element. We're just talking about straight up physical damage cut by 20%. That's fantastic. So she's obviously self-sustaining. She's got the healing. She's got the, damage, mitigation. She's just, wow, really good. And then Gospel of Devotion. So recovers magic skill power. Oh, sorry, recovery. Magic slash skill power plus 20%. Continuous regeneration effect. Wow. So basically, she has auto regen plus healing to the max. It's ridiculous. She's basically being the best healer in the game and the best Thunder character in the game. I mean, the way that I look at her right now, she's the Thunder version of oh, what's that guy's name that everybody? Oh, Roland. She's like the Thunder version of Roland. Is basically what she is. I mean, the only difference is obviously the element and the stats, because Roland's stats are slightly better. But I think that we have all these stacked abilities, like she's really up there. Like, in my opinion, she's absolutely top tier. Absolutely a good character to have. So if you didn't get Roland, she's going to be your next best thing as far as like jack of all trades. Because again, she's physical damage, magic damage, really, really strong on both ends, and she's got the healing. I mean, I could be greedy and say, hey, can she debuff while she's at it? But that would be asking too much. She's already really, really good on her own. So yeah, she would be good to have, especially if you don't have Thunderbolt Sevia either. You'll definitely want her. I mean, yeah, if I'm going to tell you who's better between Thunderbolt Sevia and Guardian Angel Lukiel, Lukiel all day. All day. Thunderbolt Sevia does not have half of those thunder boosts that she has. So, yeah, no. Lukiel, at least the new one, freaking tastic. I like her. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the actual arc, the Rebel Dragoons. All right. Now, the attributes of this arc is critical damage plus 30%. Wow, that's actually good already. When a spear is equipped, magic critical effects at battle start. Huh. So when a spear is equipped, magic, okay, critical effects at battle start. So basically, your magic spells are going to automatically do that too. Attack specials have a chance of dealing critical damage. Oh, and it's no time limit on the top part, by the way. So the critical damage was 30%, and then when a spear is equipped, magic critical effect at battle start is no time limit, and the attack specials have a chance of dealing critical damage. Actually, I'm assuming that would be unlimited too, though, right? But okay. It's still pretty good either way. I mean, anytime you can get your crit damage to go pretty high, especially 30%, that's actually pretty good. Let's take a look at the actual abilities you can learn from it. You got Pose of Glory, Skill Charge 1, Ultimate Boost. So this is new. Power of Specials plus 20%. I like this. On my Celios, I have that accessory that basically boosts the damage cap of your special. So adding Ultimate Boost to that, I love that already. That's fan-freaking-tastic. Break Boost is really, really good too. Actually, you want that. This is physical damage to enemies in break plus 30%, so that's pretty good. Two-handed spear. Now, this is a new one, too. When equipped with a single spear, physical attack damage plus 20%, critical rate plus 10%, and physical damage cap plus 2k. Wow. So if you have any of the, really, really good spear-type characters, I know there's a wind one. I forgot her name. Just got her like a few weeks ago. I wanted her when she first dropped, the Earth-based one, but I could never get her on banner. But I just got her a few weeks ago on one of the recent banners, but I haven't worked on her yet. But if you have someone like her, and I'm sure there's other characters that are spear type users that you can use that might be good with that. But that is a really strong ability. It costs 12, but I think it's worth it for something that costs 12. So I'll take it. Skylord, which I think is another new one. The higher the enemy is in the air, the more damage physical attacks do, up to 50%. Now, this is one of those skills you want on specific people. There are specific people that are basically good against bosses, gods, flyers, things of that nature. Balin would probably want something like this, for example, since he's all about creatures of big size, and a lot of your flyers are usually of big size, like dragons. So I really think that that's something that would be really, really good on specific characters. So I actually think that this is worth using too. Like I said, it's not going to be like the greatest thing just to have for everyone. I don't think it's necessary that much. I think this is more of a specialization type skill for those specific type of characters that are kind of like your boss, your boss beaters, if you will. So yeah, this is a good set of abilities right here. Like all of these abilities are actually really, really good. I'm super impressed with this arc. This is definitely a top tier arc, just in the things you can learn at all. But let's take a look at the Aether reward before I forget that. The Dragoon's Spike. All right. So this is a Thunder attribute spear. Surprise, surprise. 200 HP, 208 strength. Like, if you can get 200 strength out of a weapon, that's fantastic. And defense plus 68, this is just kind of like added bonus, really. And then the actual trait is your SCT speed plus 10%, good already. When physically attacking an airborne enemy, critical plus 10%. Now, when it says critical plus 10%, I'm not sure they're talking about. I'm guessing they're talking about the crit rate. So that means your chances of dealing critical damage increases by 10%. I don't think it's actual crit damage. I think it's just your chance of dealing critical is up by 10%, which is still good. So overall, really, really good item. I would definitely use this, in the event that I would ever get it. So definitely, like I said, top tier arc for every reason. The arc attributes are decent. The skills are fantastic. They're all useful. And of course, the item that you get from the Aether reward, I mean, what more can you ask for? It's just an all around good arc. So, and good character too. This is a really, really good banner, by the way. Really, really good. All right, so we're going to do the paid 1,000 step up gotcha. So let's see if we can get anything. This is basically a multi-pull. It's just I'm using paid instead of regular. That's why it's only 1,000. So let's see if I'm fortunate enough to get the character or the arc. Honestly, I wouldn't mind getting both, but I think I want the arc more. But for the event's sake, I want the character. So let's see what happens. I don't see myself getting both. I've already had that happen once in the past. I don't think that'll ever happen again. You can only be so lucky. All right, my man. Come on, Kyle. Get in there. Oh, it's not even turning red. Disappointing. So disappointing. That's okay. Like I said, you can't always be lucky. And the good thing about the step up that I did, it gave me 50 Mother Souls, which I'll 100% use. I love getting Mother Souls. That's why I was actually happy about the last event where you can get ranking, because I was able to get in the top 1,000, which means I was able to get at least 50 Mother Souls. So that was really, really good. Everything else I didn't really care about, but that was the most important thing to me. But there you go. That's cool. So like I said, I think this is a really cool event. I like being able to go against other people. I just would like for it to be fair. And I understand that it's a difficult balance. I just hope the devs can find a way to make it as fair to everyone as possible. And just at the same time get rid of the cheaters. I know it's possible. It's just being able to have a roundtable discussion to figure out how to deal with it and get it done. Straight up. So definitely happy about the event, happy about the banner, the arc, and everything is just really, really good. So I just hope they keep it up. Hopefully this has been a educational and good video for you guys. But until the next time a new banner and character comes out, you guys keep gaming, y'all, and take care. Later.